On 15b, we're working with the equation y equals 4 to the x plus 3. I'm going to compare that to y equals a times b to the x minus h plus k. We notice that our a value is equal to 1. This would be our intercept prior to any shift of the graph. Our b value is equal to 4, representing growth. Our h is equal to 0, so there's no shift left or right, and our k value is equal to 3, telling us that our graph is going to be shifting up 3 units. Let's look at some x and y values to put a few points on this grid. That's our y-axis, that's our x-axis. I'm going to start with the points -1, 0, and 1. We can then look at the calculator for more data points if we want them. Plugging in -1 for x, you get 4 to the -1, or 1 over 4, which is 1/4, plus 3. So 3 and 1/4, or 3.25. If you plug in 0, you get 4 to the 0 is equal to 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 to the first would be 4 plus 3 is 7. Okay, this gives us a few basic points. Notice at -1, we're just above 3 at 3 1/4. At 0, we're at 4. And at 1, we're at 7. This has started increasing very rapidly. If we go back to our calculator, we'll see that at -2, we get 4 to the -2 is 1 over 4 squared, or 1/16 plus 3. So this is going to be approximately 3.06, very, very close to 3. This gives us an idea that our asymptote here is going to be the line y equals k, or y equals 3. We are also asked to find the y-intercept, which is here at 0, 4. So there's our intercept. Here's our asymptote. Now we're going to talk a little bit about domain and range now that we can see the graph. Remember, the domain is the set of all x values, and you can see that our graph goes forever and ever to the left, so it starts at -infinity, and then it goes to the right and is constantly increasing, but is also moving always to the right, and it eventually goes to infinity. Our range, so lowest value to highest value, you can see that this graph never reaches 3, so we're going to start 3 with an open bracket because it never touches 3, or we don't include 3, and then it goes up forever and ever, or positive infinity. I'm going to bring up the calculator for just a second so that you can see that we could do the same thing on the calculator by turning it on, going to y equals, and starting out with the equation 4 to the x plus 3, and graphing. We'll get something that looks very similar to what we have already, and if you want to just check the data values, there they are at -2, 3.06, -1, 3.25, 0 is 4, 1 is 7, and 2 goes up very quickly to 19.